Let's take a look at the chart action for Bitcoin. Okay, so here's what I was looking at. We had resistance, 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 support, support, support. I was watching this pattern. It was kind of like a triangle pattern. We had a top trend line like this, and then we had a bottom trend line like this. I was waiting for a breakout to the upside or to the downside, and we got a breakout to the upside. After that, I was targeting from the top to the bottom of this triangle. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Something like this. Drag this to the breakout. I was looking at a target of approximately 53,650 or somewhere around there. It's between 53,600 and 800. I get some different numbers depending on where you measure from the top to the bottom of this channel or the triangle. The other thing I was talking about is how we have resistance right here and resistance right here. So these two spots we have to get through before we can get to our target. And it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble right now on this resistance right here. Let's go ahead and do some horizontal red lines at these resistances. We have one right here. Let's go ahead and change this. Let's go ahead and change this to red. And then we'll also drag and copy another one, maybe something like this. The first one is sitting at 47,780. The second one is 50,896. Like I was saying, we have to get past these red horizontal lines before we can get to the next one and ultimately the target. If we measure from the bottom to where we are right now, or the top from where we are right now, it's already been, let's see, we measure from the bottom to the top, it's already been 28% this upward movement. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a pullback. Maybe we come and retest this top trend line right here. This spot is sitting at around 45,482 approximately. The other thing I'm watching is this uptrend that we have going right here. We have support, support. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line from those 2 points, something like this. Until we break this uptrend going to the downside, I'm still looking at these targets up here. Like I said, we've already seen a pretty big move up, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had to come back down and maybe retest this top trend line, something like here. Maybe we could get a bounce at this spot around 45.5K. If we zoom in and go to the 4-hour time frame, let's do the same thing. We have support, support, support. We have another uptrend, maybe something like this. And we have not broke this uptrend going to the downside either. I think once we do, then we can get more confident that it might come back down here. Until we break this trend line going down or this top going down, I'm still thinking that it's possible that we can get a bounce and continue to head up. If we do break this trend line and or this top, then I'll start looking at these previous supports down here. The first one is sitting at around 40,900 and the other one is sitting around 37.7K. So until we break these uptrends going to the downside, I'm still thinking it's possible that we continue to head up and get bounces on these trend lines. The other thing I'm looking at is the moving averages. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Let's start with the daily time frame. We broke the daily 9 moving average right here. We had this 9 moving average, this blue line like this. We broke it going to the upside right here, and we started to get bounces and getting support on it. We haven't broke this moving average either. So I think if we break the moving average, then we can start looking at these lower levels, maybe something like that. But we have not done that yet. The other thing I was watching, if we jump over the weekly time frame, I've been watching this weekly 9 moving average for a while now. Looking at this 9 moving average right here, once we broke below it, we started getting resistance and started getting pushed down from it. Right here, we broke above it, we got support on it, and now it looks like we're getting support and we're bouncing to the upside. Hopefully we can keep this momentum and keep bouncing on it, going to the upside. I think breaking above the 9 moving average on the weekly time frame was a good signal. If we jump into the monthly time frame, we have this 9 moving average right here, and it looks like that's exactly where we're at right now. I think if we can do, it's pretty much the same thing. If we can break above this monthly 9 moving average, close the candle above it, next month do the same thing, pretty much how we did with the weekly time frame, something like this, then I think that's going to be a good signal as well. In my opinion, I think we're still looking good, but we are having some trouble right here. If we zoom in and maybe set up some downtrends or some resistances, we are getting a little bit of resistance right here, and it looks like we're kind of trending down right now. You could argue that we can set up some trend lines, maybe something like this. We have this kind of top right there, and then we have a downtrend going down like this from these resistances. So it does look like we're in between resistance and support right now. Let's see if we break to the upside or if we break this going to the downside. If we break it going down, I'll be looking at 45.5K approximately. And if we break it going to the upside, then maybe we can start getting more confident. First we'll have to break this top right here, but if we do that, then I'll start looking at this spot up here at around 50,896. Let's see what happens in the shorter time period, or the short term. I do think it's possible that we do get a little correction, but in the longer time frame, like I was saying on the weekly time frame, I do think breaking above this 9 moving average was a good sign. Just my opinion though, not a guarantee or anything like that. If you're new to trading, check out this video right here. It's a video about when I buy and sell. And if you like the video, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.